Thanks for joining us today. It is Thursday at 1 and we are playing brain games. But if you're just watching this for the first time, hi, we are the New Jersey Self-Advocacy Project, and we have a lot of fun things going on. So if you're not aware, let me tell you what we do. So we, of course, offer free virtual trainings to groups, students, classrooms, even just large groups of people who are living together. We can virtually through different programs like Zoom, Google Hangout, Google Meet, I think it's now, and offer an array of trainings for you. You can access that through our homepage, which is in our link above in our bio. And you can find that training page where you can specifically sign up for all of the different trainings we offer. You can see what those trainings are. And if there's a training you would like that we don't have listed, let us know. We are constantly making new trainings on different topics, as our trainings are basically built specifically for the groups that we're teaching them to. So we also, on Wednesdays and Fridays, Wednesdays at 11 and Fridays at 1, we host the HLP live sessions, and these are interactive live sessions. They're not recorded. So if you want to attend, you have to be there. That is the whole point. We want people to get together, see each other virtually on Zoom, and learn different things. And then, of course, every Thursday at 1, we play games. Helps the brain, helps you socialize and network and meet other people, and helps break up the week. So if you want to see any of the webinars that we've already done, again, go to our homepage and they're all listed there. And you can also register there for the ones that are coming out. And all of that is free and available to you. So utilize us and let us know if there's anything else that you need. So we're going to be playing Quiplash 3 again this week on Jackbox. So if you want to go to jackbox.tv, and then we'll get the code. Oh, there it is. Puff Daddy. There's the code PYRD. You're going to go to jackbox.tv, and the room code is PYRD. And then you're going to put in your name and then select an icon. Head the bed.
Ready?
I can hear the music, Frankie, and it's like just right.
Yeah.
I'm observing for the first time, so I'm just gonna watch.
Sure.
It's totally fine. Oh, more people came in.
All right.
What character? Oh, are you feeling blue?
Aw. Your little character just sighed.
That's Eeyore.
Yours my favorite.
Okay, so we're good?
Yeah, looks good to me. If you want to just watch, you can also play in the audience. Once we get started, you can enter in the room as well and just kind of like watch from the outside, or you can just watch through Zoom as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that if you feel like you want to join in later, it'll be like, I think you just get to vote. So it is like great if you just want to watch. It's sort of more of a spectating role if you want to try logging in with the code once I hit start.
Yeah, my friend gonna spill the tea.
Hey, welcome to Quiplash 3. Schmitty versus the Swamp Monster. My name's Schmitty, according to my socks. And if you're not in the game, the next best thing is the audience. Enter the room code to get in there and vote. This is round 1. You're going to see 2 prompts on your device. Answer each one with a brilliant response. Soon you'll go up against another player's answers while everyone else votes for their favorite. Points are awarded based on the percentage of people who went for your answer, so make them count.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so everyone should have their 2 prompts. Time to write some answers.
Best name for gamers only utopia. Place name, right? You're set. Okay.
It's quip time.
Okay.
First in line. Coffee shops always get names wrong. They should just hold up an order and shout blank. Punch in your vote.
How are they going to know? How are you going to know if they all look the same, don't they?
It would be tough.
Is it the cup that looks like the same? Yeah.
Let's see the next one. The most boring reality TV contest would feature competitive blank. Okay, choose your favorite.
Who's Puff Daddy?
Next,
It's my
a
father.
surprising thing to get trapped in your Invisalign clear tooth aligner. All right, vote for the one you like best.
Oh man.
Oh boy. I liked it. It made me laugh.
Let's keep it going. The apartment lease says it's okay to have dogs as long as they blank. Okay, everybody, pick your favorite quip.
Very well trained.
And next, the best name for a gamers only utopia. Time to pick the one you like best.
Oh.
It's so sad, Will.
We made it through round 1 in one piece. Let's see if your score did.
Oops. Oops. You did really well last time, so.
It's ups and downs with this game.
Welcome to round 2. I knew you could make it, but get ready. The points are doubled and
Maybe
the
needed more
pressure
coffee.
is on.
We spend too much time together. That's what I would have said too. A terrible slogan for ravioli.
I don't think I'm gonna get any points this round.
It didn't take it.
Time's
Oh, you
running
can't
out.
write that.
Safety
You're not allowed to
if
write
you have
that.
to.
Okay, I made it. Oh, did it accept it? Accepted it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do
It
this.
doesn't allow curses.
Oh,
The words that could be a curse but aren't
At
being
the
used
front
as a
of the
curse.
line is
Yeah.
a
It might be on
podcast
too
nobody
strict.
could
Yeah,
resist.
yeah.
Blank. Okay, pick one.
I think so.
And next is the last thing an art museum security guard wants to find at night. Decisions. Choose your favorite.
Whoops. Oh, people like banana peels.
I did.
You'll catch up. You'll catch up. They give extra points for 100%, I think.
Yeah.
Next on the docket, a lyric you will never hear in a punk rock song. And now pick your favorite.
Feel this round's more one-sided.
And now,
A lot of
for
Quiplash.
some reason, they have yet to make a blank-themed Monopoly board.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Now it gets real. Pick your favorite.
I wouldn't be surprised though if there wasn't a inverse predator. I'd play it.
Frank is doing really well.
All right, check this out. A terrible slogan for ravioli. Now it's time to vote for your favorite.
They're both bad.
You're holding on in this round. You're doing
Hard
okay.
to put that round two
You're
into
not out
words.
of
Let's see
the-
how it translates to the scoreboard.
Whoa.
Get ready for
Everything can change here.
Quiplash, where all Quip roads lead. I'll be sending each of you a prompt that needs 3 separate responses. Make me proud. And due to the fact that we have an odd number of players,
Oh no.
you'll be competing against
Oh,
moi.
Ted, good luck.
Lucky you.
Good luck, Ted.
Oh boy. Okay. Things that can bring true happiness. Yeah, go for that. What? That's your answer. I don't think that's everybody else's. And what? You sure? Okay. That was truly random.
Let's see what you've done. The 3 nicknames every frat brother tries to give himself.
Oh.
Wow.
All right, choose your favorite.
Wow. What do you think?
Football's making me double.
Oh, you voted for
Nice.
that. Did well.
Ted, you almost fully Quiplash, Smitty. That's
I
amazing.
tip my hat to you.
That's good.
The only 3 things that can bring true happiness. All right, people, it's voting time.
Ooh.
I love the callback.
Close. Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna make
The
it
3
though.
hardest things about
No.
being Mario.
Keeping the hat on. Too much jumping.
We
Here's the
need
fun
Another
one.
cat.
Pick your favorite quip.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Princess is in another castle.
Always another castle, man.
Great job. Now let's see what that did to the final scores.
Frankie. Wow.
Oh God.
Wow.
Ooh. Good job.
Thank you for voting. All right.
Answers of the game.
So, do we want to do another round? And whoever is on here, watching the HMC laptop tour, do you want to try to join?
Hey, I'll try.
Yay.
Great.
So we're gonna enter in a new room code. We're gonna go to Jackbox.
Okay. You're going to do this. Is that what you were going to say? Okay, so you're going to do it.
All right. So the code now is BWGP.
Okay, so we're gonna go to jackbox.tv again, and then the new room code
There you go.
BWGP, and you'll put in your name and pick an icon. I like the little cactus. I didn't notice the little cactus before.
Oh, he's cute.
That would totally be Ashley's.
It would be.
What's the matter? You're okay? Yeah, you just wait. You're done. You selected. See? It's highlighted. And you're in there. Right? There you go. You're set.
Okay, I'm lost already. How do I go to jackbox.tv?
So like on the internet. So I do it on my phone, and I know some people do it like on next to Zoom on their laptop or computer,
Right.
but just some sort of internet.
So I'm opening a new tab. And
Safari or Chrome or any of those
Yeah.
things.
Any of those.
And then just enter in the website jackbox.tv. You don't need a www or anything. Just
Nope.
jackbox.tv. Okay.
And then it should have a space for your name and a room code.
Good, you've got something else to play with. Fresh meat.
VWGE, right?
BWG.
P as in potato.
VWGE.
There we go.
Character.
Okay, so you're going to use that page where you just put in the code and your name, and that's where you will type your answers in.
Okay, now, then I just come back to you guys.
You
No.
You can stay on the Jackbox page.
Okay.
Yeah, you have
It'll
to.
change when the game starts. It'll change.
Yeah.
So what I would do is try to make it so you can see both.
I don't think I'm smart enough for that.
What are you using? Google Chrome or
Lucky you.
Internet
It's Quiplash
Explorer.
3. Return
Internet
to the
Explorer.
planet of the Quips.
Okay, so Internet
I'm your
Explorer
host,
with
Schmitty, and let's
Explorer.
promise
Well, I've,
to
I've
win.
got the game open up.
Okay,
no? We're gonna pause it. Thanks, Frankie.
how do you?
I think you just drag it. So you go up to where the. Let me see what it is. The tab that you're open up on Jackbox. I think you can just drag it out. You should be able to, and it should make a new tab, and then you can kind of resize them so that you can see both.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to stay where I am because I can see it. I don't want to mess up.
Okay. So you're all set?
Yes.
All
Okay.
right.
Awesome.
Each other after this, okay? No? All right. Here's round 1. You'll rake in the points based on the percentage of people who dig your response. Got it? Great.
It said so right non-badly.
They made a candle of your life. A candle of your life.
Oh. Oh.
Oh. Interesting topic there, Frank.
We're all intrigued by our prompts.
That's a good one.
Like, no one.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Really? Is that number 2?
Yeah, my second prompt is pretty bad.
You can tell the wine tasting
Oh.
is cheap. Chardonnay has notes of.
Oh.
And if you're not sure, you can always hit that safety clip button and the game.
Time's winding down. Use a safety quip if you have to.
That was close.
There you go.
Yes, there's only a couple seconds. You might want to just
how to answer that one.
You don't know.
Just hit safety quip then. It'll submit an answer for you.
Okay, let's see them.
I'm not gonna lie, I did one because I couldn't think of anything good.
First, but not necessarily best, is
Do we all get the same
what
2
secrets
questions?
No.
are usually thinking?
Oh God.
Pick a winner.
Oh.
Sorry, Ted.
Without further ado, what secret is your left hand keeping from your right hand?
Oh boy. Whoa, 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 whoa. You have to click. You have to quote. Okay. Are you getting up to get more lotion? I'll vote for you if you need to go to the bathroom, okay? Because the game isn't going to stop.
You want me to pause it?
Let's see
Could
how
you
they
pause it
handle
for? Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, I can pause it.
Thanks.
Give me a sec.
I'm going to mute it too.
Thanks for joining, Elizabeth. We're just playing Jackbox. So if you want to participate, you can go to jackbox.tv and then enter in the room code, which is VWGP. I put that in the chat, but I think because you just entered, it won't show. So let me write that again. So you're going to go to jackbox.tv, and then the room code is VWGP. But we already started a game, so you'll be an audience member, but you can still vote as an audience member.
Yeah, it's pretty fun even if you are in the audience, because then you kind of can like change the way the game flow goes.
Yeah.
And if you've never played before, you get to get an idea of how it runs before you have to try on the spot. really fast. Okay, he'll be back in another few seconds. If you want to start, I'll vote for him if you need me to.
I'm writing up that email to send out to Laura. Do you also want me to put you on it too?
Yeah, sure, please. That for me, it's 123 Laura, Laura, and that's at optonline.net. Yeah, you bet. And somebody joined the game while you were there. You know, that was you needed a break, intermission.
Are we good?
Yeah, thumbs up. Yeah.
All right.
A candle of your life, it would smell like blank. All right, vote for the one you like best.
I gotta vote for the one that I would smell like.
Next one up, a fun nickname for tampons.
Oh my goodness.
And now pick your favorite.
Kevin?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Sounds those safety clips there, really.
Good job.
Moving right along. You can tell the wine tasting is cheap when the Chardonnay has notes of blank.
Oh.
Okay, everybody, pick your favorite quip.
Oh.
Hey guys,
Hey, Kevin.
I just stopping to say hi. I can't really play today.
Okay, what's next?
My dad's here too.
OMG,
so
seriously,
I just
where
came in
is Waldo?
to say hi to you guys.
Oh, thanks for checking in, Kevin.
Yeah, we
Time to
always
pick the one you like best.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay, Kev.
Bye. Yep, bye.
Oh.
In a session I've ever seen.
What?
Like all the
Round one is
Quiplashes
done,
we're getting.
but not forgotten.
Just
Let's
like-
check the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen that many Quiplashes.
Wow.
There you go. Oh, even when you're winning, your icon looks sad.
Round two is here, and the points are doubled. So stop talking about round one already.
Oh boy.
I'm really into that today. Okay. You don't want to sit. Okay.
I spelled that word right.
You can't
I do that.
safety quip? Yeah. You were stumped, huh?
All right, no time like the present.
You don't know enough of them. It's okay.
Kicking things off, a special skill listed on this player's resume. Let's vote.
Aww. That's gotta be good. Oh. Ooh, split 50.
Next up, an absolutely scathing review for an eraser.
Oh.
What's gaming?
All right,
Like-
choose your favorite.
like nasty, right? Like
Yeah, like
negative.
really harsh. Like it would be like really.
A
ripping
1-star review.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're definitely into smelling today. Everything's got smell with it today.
A good sign that you're going to be kicked out of the Justice League.
Oh.
Now it gets real. Pick your favorite.
Oh, I just think that was.
Good. Better be.
Moving right along. A magazine you don't want to see in the waiting room of your doctor's office. Okay, choose your favorite.
What's the leg? Oh, man.
It was a safety quip.
Okay, what's next?
Oh.
What did Goldilocks say when she took her date home? All right, people, it's voting time. Next on the docket, this player never met a blank they didn't like. Decisions. Choose your favorite.
Oh.
Ah.
Which one was it, Will?
He said Jackpot's game, but he didn't create the answer. That somebody came up with that one, but I think it's true.
Where you stand.
Good answer.
Wow.
Hey,
Coincide
bet.
Quiplash. A final chance to make your mark. You'll each get a prompt that needs 3 separate responses. One of you wasn't paying attention, but that's fine.
Three nicknames you like to have.
Oh.
And
I love hearing the laughter before we even.
Oh boy.
okay, you're done.
Tick-tock, time's almost up.
2 people left.
Michael, second.
Daddy and Aaron. Working hard.
Just a minute.
1 second.
Let's get flipping.
This is tough.
The 3 things you must consider when buying a wedding ring. Time to pick the one you like best.
That's so funny. There's a lot of places were giving out an Xbox when you bought an engagement.
Who were they?
Yeah. Woohoo.
I am that.
That's so funny, Ted.
The 3 most satisfying things to scream from a mountaintop. Okay, everybody, pick
Which
your
one?
favorite quip.
Falling. Nice.
Impressive that you could spell yodeling.
Names you'd like to have. And now, pick your favorite.
I like Duke.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I cannot live with this tension. Show me the final scores.
Whoa.
Yes.
Look at that. So you just needed
Wow.
one time to watch and you're a master.
Beginner's luck.
I think we can fit in one more round or 3 more rounds, one more game.
Yeah, I think we could fit one more.
Okay.
This is Quiplash 3, the importance of being stupid. I'm Schmitty, here to facilitate all your quipping
Put the
needs.
crown on.
Ready for round 1? Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the room?
You
Oh,
score
is it the
points
same
based on the
one?
percentage of
Yeah.
voters who like your answers. Clear enough?
Oh, so wait a minute.
Let's go.
I did something wrong. We're not in it.
You're not. If you should be able to just your name's.
I went back. I went back instead of. Ooh, boy.
You're if you just refresh and enter in the room code, the same room code, you should, because you're still in the game. Your browser. will
Okay. VWGP. VWG. That was my mistake, William. Sorry. I shouldn't have done anything.
All right. Does it look like it's working?
Nope. Now it is. Okay. A bribe. Okay, you got a question. You have a room just for. I don't know where you're going with that. Do you want to try again? Okay. You have 25 seconds.
Almost out of time. Don't forget your safety quips.
Submit.
Let's make some noise.
Hopefully it submitted in time.
Let's set it off with... Nothing will wake you up faster than a nice hot cup of blank in the morning. Load away.
Okay.
Nice hot
Next
cup of
one
Red
up.
Bull.
A bribe? Is it a bribe to give a federal judge blank? Okay, choose your favorite.
It does actually smile for a
And
second there.
now,
The ear. It does a little.
1-star hotel review. Terrible mattress, no towels, and blank.
You got it? You got it?
All right, vote for what you like best.
Okay.
Let's see how they handle the most popular job title in 2040. All right, people, it's voting time. And next, book adaptations have gone too far. Now they're making blank on ice. And now it's time to vote for your favorite.
I have a feeling I've seen Waldo on ice.
Next, you know you're rich when you have a room just for blank. Now it gets real. Pick your favorite.
I wish I had a room.
Mustaches are always fun. There's something about them.
Now that round one is a distant memory, let's move on to the scores. Next up is a little thing I call round two. Prompts are more out there, and the points are doubled.
Uh-oh.
The most underrated is tree. I'm gonna try over. Okay, start over. What do you want? Oops. Oh well. Are you done?
Don't forget
Okay,
your
as long as it
safety
wasn't a
quips.
mistake.
Your entire lives have led to this moment. Up to bat, we have an underwhelming political slogan from a centrist candidate. It's choosing time.
No new headline.
Let's keep it going. The most underrated use for a tree. All right, choose your favorite. All right, check this out. The biggest reason the world will be better in 100 years.
Ready to vote?
Ooh.
Here's the fun part. Pick your favorite quip.
I agree.
Global warming, we'll
Let's
need more
see
ice
the next
cream.
one.
I bought
The best way to distract a child getting a flu
went through the
shot.
30 inches of snow out there and I bought ice cream.
Now it gets real. Pick your favorite.
Okay. Did anybody ever do that to you?
Without further ado, something you never want to hear shouted from a restaurant kitchen. Okay, everybody, pick your favorite quip.
Yeah. Wow. Oh.
Next up, 2 good emojis to send when breaking up with someone. Okay, choose your favorite.
Wasn't sure if you could put emojis in there.
Yes, you can. I didn't know you could either.
And round 2 is finito. Let's see if the same is true of your score.
Goodbye.
Oh, okay. Congrats.
And now for
There's still one
Quiplash,
more round.
where
And
points
like Frankie
flow
says,
like
anything
honey.
can happen.
Good one.
Okay. Spelling. What? Okay.
Time's running out.
Okay.
Let's take a peek.
And
3 things your body does when you meet the love of your life.
Aw.
Oh,
All right, vote for the one you like best.
oh.
was this playing against Schmitty? Oh no, we had an even number of people, so nobody played against Schmitty this time.
Oh, you get
The
4,500
top
points for
3
that?
ailments diagnosed by old-timey doctors.
Toes? Oh.
And now it's time to vote for your favorite.
Old-timey doctors. Oh.
You held your own on that one. Yep.
Do I want to know what they're
3 things you should never get wet.
I knew there had to be.
Now pick your favorite. You rocked it, but did you rock the scoreboard?
Let's see.
What?
Oh,
All right.
wow.
Congrats.
called you. Yes, you did.
You were just Wow, that was great. Thanks for playing, everyone.
Back into your chat.
So much fun.
Your chat.
I didn't think we'd get 3 games in.
Yeah.
It was fast.
We did it. So like always, if you have any suggestions for games you want to play next week, because this was our second time playing this, right, Frankie?
Yep.
Yeah. So if you have any suggestions for what you guys want to play next week, let us know.
My great joy.
He loves that game.
I like this one.
This one?
I like
Yeah.
this one. I
But
enjoy
he'll play just about anything, but he does love Quiplash. Yes.
That's good.
Okay.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming. It was really fun. Thanks for joining us for your first time. That's fun. Hopefully we'll see you all back next Thursday at 1. Until then, have a good rest of your Thursday, a good Friday, and a good weekend, and stay warm.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye, Elizabeth.
Just kidding. Goodbye.
Oh my, now I couldn't get in, now I can't get out. Okay.
Not a problem. Thanks for coming. How did you hear about this? Oh, so close. I always forget to ask. I always forget to ask, but that's all right. It was good. 3 games. We had 6 people playing.
That's good. I was afraid today when we started. I was like, oh no, is it just Ted again? Like, he's great, but I hope more people come, and then we did good.
Yeah, 6. Yeah, 6 is great.
I don't know with this one, like how I have the meeting where it's just like set up, you just pop in and it repeats, if I can even see anyone who joined, because they probably just clicked the link.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
That was good.
Yeah. All right. Email Ted, Anita, Renee, and William and Laura about the Senate Sweeney meeting. So we'll see how it goes. Ashley emailed Evelyn. She said she's coming. And then I think that's it. I'm just going to work on some slides for Rise coming up. And then that's it. What do I have going on tomorrow? Skark was so much fun with tomorrow's going to be a nice day. Meeting wise. Have HLP live, so that'll be nice. I'll get to work on all my backlog paperwork and all the computer stuff instead of doing meetings. We're supposed to get our stuff on Sunday, right?
I was just gonna say, I think supply stuff's coming Sunday.
I'm excited to get that laptop stand. I gotta do some of my background. 3 exercise balls.
I was thinking about the exercise balls today, where I was like, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, we like them. Actually, I might bring them upstairs for River to play with. I usually switch them in and out.
Yeah. Well, she's still in the waiting room if you want to ask.
Yeah. I'm going to also finish reading that Discord.
Oh yeah, let me know if you have any insight there. I felt like she was very much like, I'm gonna leave and this is all the reasons why, and I didn't really get a lot of them, to be honest. I especially thought it was weird. I think you probably saw the part where she was like, there's too many big personalities, and I was like, this is such a chill group. I'm really surprised to hear that.
The only thing I think she could mean by that is that I feel like we've all been pretty outgoing for people who just met, I wouldn't say people have big personalities except for Kirsten, but I wouldn't even describe it as a big personality. She's just outgoing and bubbly, you know, and I feel like maybe Brittany's more shy and reserved. So when people are like just jumping in and like, I don't know, because like I appreciate that. I liked that because it made it kind of like skipped past that awkward like getting to know you phase. And like we're just like acting like we've known each other, and we're just like being honest about like, you know, who we are, what we like, what's going on. And I liked that. But
Like that's how I feel, because usually I am the quiet one at the table being like, I don't know how to like, you know, even with all like my friends that I've known for ages, where it's just like hard to like be a character and like start a, you know, game that you're not used to and just like go out there. But whenever someone is like, yeah, I'm like charging in and this is happening, I'm always so thankful for that person, because I'm like, yeah, this is it. We're getting going. This is what's happening. Love it.
yeah. And like, I don't know, there was so much I feel, and I didn't like how she was like, most of this I'm sure is me, because I think all of it is her. Who's Mithala?
That's her sister, Brianna.
Okay.
And like obviously I understand her sister trying to like do her absolute best to help make it work. I just like wasn't sure at the end, and I know you said you were still going through it, but like I felt like, you know, Brianna was like trying to get her to at least play tomorrow and like try to fix it. And then I couldn't really tell where Brittany stood on that. But then after she didn't say anything, after I was like, I don't know. Because then I wanted to be nice, but then I also wanted to be like clear in that like, you know, this is new for all of us. There's a lot going on. You don't have to like use all the different technology things if it makes you uncomfortable. Like I tend to find it like helps, but if that's not something she wants to do, like it's fine. And like, yeah, I don't know, like that will just like make more moments, but it's just new. So some of it is just like growing pains, you know?
Yeah, like you have to get through this, but also like we can't play in person. And I appreciate like playing online because it's doing like the stuff I don't know about, you know. But I think Kirsten's like 100% right. If she didn't want to play online, like she, you know, she could have talked to you about like, you mind if I like roll in person because I can't figure out how to roll on here, or even like asked you like, do you think we could meet up like the day before or the week before to like practice using, I mean, we kind of did that, but even if she wanted more, like how to work, like, you know, you would have, one of us would have, like, that's something that we could have had, like, just a whole practice session again of just like learning to use the, you know, the online stuff. I feel like it was really hard for me the first time I did it. And then after that, it was like, it's so easy, especially with the extension. You don't have to do anything. You literally just click.
Yeah. And they actually just added on D&D Beyond that there's now a panel, since we all joined that campaign that I had everyone click the link for, just so it's all tied together, that they actually have a panel there now where if you click it on your D&D Beyond sheet, it rolls and everyone can open that panel and see the rolls just like Roll20. So you don't even have to go on Roll20 and you can get that whole thing there.
Oh, that's cool.
You wouldn't see the maps and stuff on Roll20 where you can move your token, which is kind of just like the only thing that I really like using it for when we're, you know, battling something. You can see where the enemy is, how many there are, where you are. But if we're not fighting and we're just like, you know, roll for perception or whatever, like then we don't even need to look at that page.
Yeah. And like if she's used to not looking at a map and she's used to like using her imagination, then she still wouldn't need to
Yeah, you wouldn't be missing out on anything then.
roll 20. Yeah, just use your imagination. We're all looking at it. So like, and you describe it too. It's not like you're like, here's the map, here you are. You know, you always put like, okay, we're walking into this dusty old bar and there's like goo coming off of the shelves and everything's purple. It was like a mix of the bar and the wizard shop. But yeah, so like I feel like you do a good, I don't know. I just like, I feel like, because I feel like from the beginning, she didn't want to be a part of it. And her sister kind of like, I feel like she was like, can my sister play? It wasn't her asking to play. And then like, she like from the very beginning seemed standoffish and like, not like she wanted to be a part of it, which like, you can like sense that. So like, you kind of like form that disconnect and it's like, okay, well, she doesn't really want to be here. So like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I
That's
don't know.
just kind of what I feel, where it's just like if there's a certain amount that you have to put in yourself to get it to work as well. And I get the feeling that she doesn't want to do that. And if it was someone who I just felt was like so like really genuine and like trying, but it wasn't working for them, then I would like feel more like I need to like bend over backwards and help because they're trying. But because I feel like she isn't, I like do agree that it seems like Brianna wants her to play more than Brittany wants to actually play.
Yeah. I mean, you've done a lot to help me late nights making a character, even for a game that wasn't ours. You helped me make my character for the other campaign and like,
Yeah, like that doesn't bother me at all. Like I would do it for anyone.
but that's what I'm saying. Like if she had asked, you know, if she had like come to you, like asking for like a little bit more help or a little bit more even guidance on like.
And like on that, in the beginning, how many times did I ask people like, hey, like let's do a session 0 to talk about our characters. Let's put our character sheets in this chat and like let me know what you're working on. And like she never once shared anything to the point where we got to that first session and I didn't have anything prepared for her because she never told me her character or what or an image or what race or class or anything.
Yeah.
So it's, like, it's also when I'm asking you to do things and you're not even doing them.
Yeah. It's
that's
like, it's kind of like when a kid doesn't do his homework and then asks for extra credit. Like, it's like, but you're not even doing what you're like the bare minimum. And like, she's not, like Kirsten was right. Like she was like on her phone like the whole time. Like she wasn't talking. And even though like, she wasn't the only one because Rain wasn't in that session either, but she was still like, I could hear her like laughing at like some of the stuff and like she was just like snacking and then she like left and like came back. Like she could have, you know, done that. Like I get it. It's not fun. Like it's not as fun watching people play. At least I don't know. Sometimes it was. But I mean I get that. But she could have also just like left and like came on. Like her
I
sister
would
could have.
not have blamed her, yeah, if she just was like, oh, I'll come back when you're done. Or even if she was like, let me know when this part ends. Like that would have been fine. I would not have judged that. It was just
Yeah.
like when we did go on, which was more than half the session, we were past that. And then I was just like actively like, hey, what were you up to? Do you want to explain anything about your character? No, you're not even going to respond to me talking to you. Okay. And then Rain did do that. And then we like had the next scene and when she like again like interacted, like it was fully open to be able to do that. And like I especially don't like when I ask questions and then she ignores me. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to do then.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, like I said, it's not you. It's not how you run the session. I don't think it's anyone else either. I don't think it's big personalities. I don't think it's the storyline or even like the character. Like she was like, this is a new character. And I'm like, this is a brand new character for me, but also I haven't been playing D&D for 10 years. So it's a brand new world. Like, I don't know anything you guys are talking about, I don't know about unless it was like in Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter. I know what ogres are and I know what gnomes are, but like I've been playing D&D for 10 years, so I don't even, everything is new. But like, I don't know, like I just roll with it. Like I ask if I don't know, like, hey, what is that?
Yeah, and I love questions because then like that means you're paying attention, that means you care. And also like if you ask a question about something you want to do, that means I know you're thinking about your character, you have an idea, you just don't know how it works in the structure of the rules, which is fine because then I'm there to explain the rules. So we get there together.
So yeah, I just think it is and I get that. I've been like a part of like a game night group where we're playing like a board game and I'm just like not feeling it and like I'm in like a different headspace, but then like you just don't like, you either like have to participate or you just don't, like. So I mean, yeah, it just doesn't seem like she was ever like really into it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if she just put in a little bit of effort, like she wanted to be into it, she would have. But I feel like she was almost just upset that it wasn't online, or it was online and like not in person and like different. And like some people have a really hard time with, you know, change, and like she's probably going stuff with like COVID too. Like,
yeah, it's probably a lot. Like literally the reason we started this group is like I had none of my groups are playing The last one I had that was always digital, like just imploded because of like scheduling and things. But like it also had its own awkwardness where it was like, you know, things just weren't working out and people weren't having a good time. And then we like talked about it. It was brought up, and then we decided, all right, well, we're not going to do it. So like, it's fine. We just have to, you know, hopefully talk about things before they become like a huge issue. But if it has to be that way, then like it's not, you know, it's supposed to be fun. So if you're not having fun, then maybe it's not worth it. That's fine.
I'm having fun.
I'm having fun. Hopefully tomorrow will be good. We pretty much are still coasting on stuff that I like had pretty set up for last time because, you know, there's a lot going on and it takes a long time. So I think I should be pretty set, and we'll, I think, probably wrapped up the first chapter tomorrow.
Ooh, does that mean a level up?
Well, I just gave everyone a level, so I probably can't do it like immediately, but we'll see.
Was that, I think it was it my other campaign or was it this one? I was like, do we level up? And they were like, no, we just leveled up. You didn't do anything. And I was like, but it was one night. Don't we level up after every night? Like, we just played for 2 hours. We don't level up. I forget who it was.
How many sessions have you had in that campaign?
3. We just did our third last. It's really funny because it was supposed to be once a month, and it kept getting pushed back. It's harder though because the people in that group are somewhere in Australia, one's in France, a few are in Canada, but luckily they're like East Coast Canada, so like the time difference isn't that bad or that different. The majority is East Coast, but it was the same weekend we just had ours. That was our third session, and then we're doing it this Sunday again. So I have another full weekend of, well, Friday and Sunday. That one is a little bit earlier. That one's 8:30 to 10:30. So still like 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to finish Kirsten's one off that she started months ago on this weekend as well. So I'll double up. But yeah, like think about that. Like you're okay with that group and like you've only played 3 times, you're going to be 4 times, and that's been a while. Like, so us playing 3 times already, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, and we just had someone new join. And like she had played before, but she was like, you know, hesitant. And I get that because like we had already played 2, it must have 1. No. Oh, okay. So this one will be our 4th. Yeah. Last weekend was our 3rd. Not that we're like established, but like, I don't know, like because we were already a part of a group online, like we already kind of knew each other. And then she was like coming in, and I'm not familiar with her. I don't know if she posts a lot. I don't see her a lot in like the main Facebook group, but she was like a little shy. But like in the beginning, they're like, the DM was like, why don't you introduce how you came to like meet all of us like in this location? What brought you here? And she was like a little shy. She's like giggling, like, I don't know what to say. But then like at the end, she was like, I'm gonna tell him to like get the f out of my way, like I'm in here. And it was just like so funny. I was like, okay, so you're comfortable now, this is good.
That's great. That's exactly what it's like, where you're just like, I don't know, like what's going on here, I don't know how the vibe is, and then you get in there and it's like, wow, love it.
Yeah, it was fun. I really like enjoy. All I know is the digital, so I don't know if I ever play like in person, if it's going to be weird for me.
That's like funny, right? Yeah, you've only done it that way. I mean, I feel like you'd be fine going through either way because I think it's harder to adjust in person to digital. I think you would be fine going the other way.
Oh yeah. I'm just like scared about I feel like there's a lot more like math and like knowledge you have to have when you play in person, because it's like done for me through the computer. Like I don't have to like count up rolls or like know what to roll.
For sure, but you'd also be at a table next to people that you're playing with. So if you didn't know, someone would just tell you what to do or like explain what to do. And if you ever want to know more about like how it does calculate things, like I can always tell you too. Like I don't know if you're just like, I don't want to hear numbers, just let it do it, or if you're like, I just don't know them, but I'd like to know. I do know how it all functions, so I can always explain.
I think eventually I would like to know. I think right now I'm just going to focus on learning the basics of like trying to get like how spells work and like what spells work on what kind of creatures or whatever. And then once I feel more confident in that area, then I'd like to move on to like learn the like inner workings that the computer does for me.
Yeah, and if you do hover over like the roles, it will show you like everything that goes into it. And like once you start grasping a little bit about like what that is, you can always like check and be like, oh, so does that mean it's like the roll 20 plus, you know, this number is probably coming from, you know, my charisma or whatever. Like you can kind of start to see it come together. It took me a really long time. I played probably like, I don't know, it was probably like a good 5 really like lengthy sessions before I was like even grasping like, oh, this is the basis of how this was. And a lot of it I also just like didn't get, and I like went and like Googled the rules because I didn't go read through the player's handbook before playing like theoretically the game wants you to do, because no one does that. You just start and someone tells you what to do.
That was the thing. Yeah, no, I think actually what you said to me when my character leveled up and you were like, oh, you should like switch out this because like you get more of like a, I think it was dexterity or something bonus with this, and like that doesn't apply to the other thing. Like I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like that made sense to me. And I was like, oh, it makes sense to me. Things are starting to make sense now.
Yeah. I see stuff like that. It's so hard. You know, if you don't know, then like you wouldn't think about that at all. And like I didn't even think about it because I hadn't played a character where that was relevant. You know, it wasn't until I looked at the numbers and was like, why is this lower? That's like not great. We should make this like work better. And we did, so it was good. But like there's a lot of things behind the scenes, so it's like, you know, it just takes time. And I am pretty flexible about like there's a lot of things like technically, you know, you wouldn't be changing in your character after a certain point, but if someone doesn't know that, I'm like very open to be like, hey, you weren't aware, let's just fix it now, and now you know.
Yeah, like my other DM asked if I could just get rid of a spell that I like never used and I wish I didn't put in there for another spell, and she was like, you haven't used it yet, and I was like, no, and she's like, and we had like just finished, like we were like done with like a chapter or whatever, so we were starting fresh, so it's not like I knew a spell I was going to add would be helpful going forward. And she was like, typically this wouldn't be something that is done, but like you told me to ask her, so I did, and she let it happen, so it was cool. And I wound up using it on the last in the last playthrough, and it did nothing. Because it was Maximilian's Earth Grasp, so it was supposed to like a hand comes out and like grabs you, and it turns out that like we were fighting like all these things, and like someone was about to die, and like so I wanted to grab them so they couldn't move, and it turned out that they were like a visage, they weren't like physical, and so like it didn't do anything, and I was like, well, that sucks. and then everyone was like, well, at least now we know it's like not real, like now it's like clue to like help us, and I'm like, I wanted to be like this massive like awesome like, yeah, grabbed her and the other person survived and we were able to like kill it, and it was really funny.
That is actually really funny. Your DM was probably like laughing when they like had to change it and be like, well, I know what you're fighting next. But, really, you know, you know what it does, and not everything you fight is going to be incorporeal, so
yeah. That's cool. It was really funny. It was like, I'm going to do this, don't worry guys, I got you. And she was like, nothing happened, your hand went right through it, right back into the ground, and it just like kind of blinked a little like a holograph would. Hologram. Yeah. And that's it. Did you want to do anything else with your turn? I was like, what?
At least you're a spellcaster, because like what would like your melee fighter do? You know,
yeah,
deals that they just punch things or have a sword. That's like very hard to to do
Yeah,
it.
our rogue was the one who was like basically like dead. Like they were knocked unconscious. They had like, I think it was like two uh um
Hit points.
yeah, 2 hit points left, and like right next to like this giant, and it was just not a good situation, but we wound up coming out of it because we had a bard, and she's like, oh wait, I have a healing spell. We're like, healer. What are you doing? Healer. She went like 3 rounds getting pummeled by this giant. And then the bard was like, oh, wait, I can heal her.
Yeah. I've had a lot of sessions, really. God, I think it was only the first one. Yeah, well, there's 2, I guess, that I was in that like kind of had people who were in dedicated. The first one didn't even have dedicated healer roles, but we had 2 bards and a paladin, so they all like have the ability. And then like I have another one that did have a cleric that would heal. But like everything else I've played, no one wanted to do it. And it's just like, it is rough when you're like bleeding out on the floor and you're like, someone help. And they're like, I don't do that.
It's like,
Or I forgot, I have a warlock who had a healing spell, and we didn't find out until like we were level like 4. And then he was like, oh, I do have a healing spell. I'm like, we've been dying all over the place, like death saving throws, like potentially out of the game, like rolls, and you've never used a healing spell.
so what happens if someone dies? Like that's it? They're like out of it forever? We have to like maybe spend a round like taking them to a resurrection place or something? Like, are they
So
done
if they
playing
get
the campaign?
to like, if you get to 0 hit points, then you start the death saving rolls. Has anyone gotten to that point for you?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so yes, if you don't have any health left, then you get 3 tries where you have to roll a d20. And if it's lower than 10, that's like bad, and you get like a, X. And if it's higher than 10, that's good. You get like a check or whatever you want to take note of it. And if you get 3 above 10s, then you're stabilized and you're not dying, you're just unconscious. And then if you get 3 below 10, then you die. You also die if you get like hit so hard that it's like you're like, say you have 10 health and you get hit for 20 damage, so it's like your health goes to 0 and then it goes all the way past 0 to the amount of your maximum health, then you just straight up fully die. So that's why it's scary in the beginning when you don't have a lot of health, because like if something hits you really hard, which you shouldn't really be fighting, but it could happen, then you're immediately dead.
And then
But
what
so
happens? Like
that
the
happens.
player can't play in the campaign at all anymore?
Yeah, so you either, if you're at a point where you're at a high enough level or in an area where there is like a temple or something, you can pay for someone else to resurrect them. Or if you're a high enough level, you might have a resurrect spell. There are a few different versions, and they're all like, require like expensive components like diamonds and stuff to use them, because they don't want you using it willy-nilly. But you can bring them back. There's one that's like reincarnation, where you bring back like their soul, but it's randomized what like body they get, which I've always thought would be fun.
Oh.
And then, or you can just like, if you want it as your character, like, okay, I'm gonna let them die, and like we're gonna let them have that maybe heroic moment, and that's the end. And then you just make a new character and you write in to the story about how they've joined. That's usually how it will go.
Okay, so then like I wouldn't have to like leave forever.
You wouldn't have to leave forever now. You would just get a new character, and then you're like, okay, this is my new character. This is like my name. This is my deal, and I've like come across this group in this way. And your DM would help you figure that out. And then you
Okay,
just play
cool.
them. Sometimes people do that, like just because they're bored of their character. Like
Yeah.
they're like, like I'm gonna leave, or I'm gonna let them die just because they want to do something different.
Because I hate it. Because I have all stupid spells because it was my first character I ever made and I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, I made a mistake with my first character at like level 4, where I took a feat that I thought thematically was great. And then I ended up multi-classing, where I made her a paladin and a warlock. And I didn't know you could do that until like a while in. And then that made the choice I made at level 4 stupid and redundant, and I never use it. And I'm so mad about it still. And that's like the furthest character I got. I think we were at like level 13 or something. And I was just mad about that for the entire time. So like I get making a mistake that you're like, oh, I thought this would go one way and it really doesn't.
Oh man. All right. Well, I will see you tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks for today. It was fun.